Hey, what's up, YouTube? Infinite Lasers here, coming at you with a deck profile. This is like that Soul Monarch deck that I've been testing out on DN that I had a video of a little while back. And this is the deck profile that I have for it. I have one Zabord, the Thunder Monarch. We have one Mobius, the Frost Monarch, basically for back row destruction. Triple Caius, and triple Ryza, or double Ryza. And basically, this is our Monarch lineup. It's pretty your standard Monarch lineup. I teched in a Zaborg because Zaborg, you can just pop a big monster off the field, like a Draco Sack or a Big Eye, and pop it off the field. And Caius can just banish whatever monster that they have. You know, Ryza can send one back to the extra deck. It's just a pretty good card. Like, the only card that really hurts this deck is, is Breakthrough Skill or Venus Chain, but that's about it. That'll hurt the deck. Let's get into the other deck profile, like the rest of it. We have a Cyber Dragon just for like the standard machine build. Like I can just put in a Chimera tech and it'll just be done with machines. We have a Teched Treeborn Frog just to summon an extra summon because we don't have a lot of back row. We have Triple Nimble Mamanga, and basically your opponents are going to be stupid and they're just going to slam right into it and you get 1,000, summon 2 more. Summon fodder for Caius, Mobius, Ryza, and Zaborg, basically. Triple Giant Rat, basically if your opponent's monster attacks into it, just summon more for more, tribute fodder. Triple Giant Germ, more tribute fodder. We have a Marshmallow and a Spirit Reaper in here. Marshmallow, basic defense, and a summon fodder if you don't draw into stall, and summon fodder if you don't draw into your stuff that you need. Spirit Reaper, same thing, stall and summon fodder. Morphing Jar, basically if I have to set like everything, and my opponent's attacking the Morphing Jar, or waste their Dark Holes on it, just pretty much that way. And a Plague Spreader Zombie for some synchro plays because there's not a lot of tuners in the deck. And it just gets some of those really interesting, like, heavy plays. Like, if you need your synchro monsters, this card will really help that. We have a Mind Control for Exceed Summoning, Synchro Summoning. We have Heavy Storm, Monster Reborn, and Dark Hole. Even though Dark Hole is pretty much garbage this format, but it really helps out the deck a lot. One Pot of Avarice to return your Caius or your Monarchs back to the deck that's been destroyed, or your Giant Rats or Mamangas or your Giant Germs. We have Double Pot of Duality, basically just to get into your Monarchs or whatever you need, like a Soul Exchange or something. And we have Triple Creature Swap just for more FU plays. Grab your opponent's monster, give your opponent a Giant Rat or a Giant Germ, and they pretty much take all the hits. So it's pretty good standards build. Enemy Controller mixed out with Treeborn Frog. You take their monster and just have your way with it. Like, you can take your opponent's Big Eye, and then, like, your opponent cries. Taking your opponent's Big Eye, use your Big Eye, take your opponent's Big Eye, use another Big Eye, and do all kinds of crazy shenanigans with that. It's pretty decent. It's a pretty good card. Triple Soul Exchange, just to get rid of, Draco Sacks, Big Eyes, just to get rid of everything on the board. And Triple Mystical Space Typhoon, just to get over those pesky, like, tankies and stuff like that are on the field. In the extra deck, we have Allied just Cataster, Black Rose, Armory Arm Tech. I didn't really have room for other stuff. I could take Armory Arm out since it really doesn't matter, and I can add in a Dark Mist or something, and we can have more room. We have a Black Winged Dragon for those burn decks. Dark End Dragon just to get rid of big monsters like Gotchi. You can get rid of Maestro and stuff like that. We have an Iron Chain Dragon. He's pretty good, except against the Light Swarm matchup. This card is very, very bad indeed. Mistworm. I go into Mistworm maybe once or twice. Red Dragon Archfiend, just to get rid of those pesky tokens off the field. Yeah, you need to get rid of those tokens off the field. Scrap Dragon, popping those really big cards, those really nasty cards. Stardust Dragon, y'all know why. Thought Ruler Archfiend, just to get more stuff. Negates the activation of a spell or trap that targets it. It's pretty good. Constellar M7 is very good in this deck because you have level 6 monsters, and you can just go into Pentalum or Messier 7, just return anything to your hand, like a Morphing Jar, or a Zaborg, or any of your Monarchs from your graveyard. Number 25, Force Focus, just for extra beater. Gets over Big Eye. Negates Big Eye, negates, Zen mains and stuff like that. Photon Strike Bouncer, really good card. And Volcasaurus, it can actually go into Volcasaurus. Basically, you get a Cyber Dragon, tribute a Treeborn for a Zaborg, pop an opponent's monster, and go for a Volcasaurus and destroy another monster out the field. And I can put Dark Mist in here or Gotchi, whichever one is good, because you have a lot of level 2s, like Momongas and Giant Germs, Plague Spreaders, Morphing Jars, because you can go into pretty much anything in this deck. Side deck, Gotchi. I can just take out a, Iron Chain Dragon and throw in a Gotchi. I mean, whatever you guys want to do. You got double Max C for matchups, Effect Veiler for matchups, Thunder King stopping spellbooks, Dark Arm Dragon, just an extra card to put in the deck. Triple Droll Lockbird. This card is epic in every matchup. You just get this card and you just your opponent goes, what? Yeah, Droll Lockbird's a good card. And Triple Royal Decree just to get your stuff to go off. And I got more room for whatever I want to put in here. Two Prohibition. You can just throw in a couple Prohibitions in here and you pretty much have game. And yeah, this is my Soul Monarchs deck profile. And if you guys like the deck profile, please leave a like. And Infinite Lasers signing out.